who knows what that affordability index is? Okay, so what it is basically, thank you, appreciate it, Dave. Yes, thank you. So it's basically just going through and saying how is affordable with a 20% down payment, how affordable is that house compared to other markets in the nation with the median income and things like that. So it's understanding, you know, like for example in Memphis it's very affordable, in Florida it's really affordable, and a lot of these lower markets it's really affordable comparative to the income in that market and the median incomes in those markets, and there's a really high rent to price ratio in all those markets, meaning, you know, out here in California you might buy and, you know, 700, right? My previous example was 500, now it's got to be 7. Yeah. You might buy a $700,000 house and rent it for $3,000 or $3,500 a month, or, you know, $4 grand a month or something like that, right? In Tennessee or a lot of these other Midwest markets, you might buy a house for 100 and it rents for 1,000. So it's a 1% ratio versus, or a 0.8 to 1.2% ratio, depending on where you're at, instead of, you know, a 0.5% ratio, which makes your cash flow much higher in those other markets, right? Now you may have potential for appreciation here, maybe not now, right? So it depends on timing. You don't just go through and say, hey, I'm going to end it right now. It's hard to tell because we're at the top of the cycle, but at the same time, there's a gigantic lack of supply. But where does that lack of supply go? That lack of supply is primarily in the lower income areas where the developers, because of the cost of construction here, they're starting to go through, and the only option to make deals pencil is to go super high end on the rents and the properties, which takes away more supply. And that's what rent control does here too. Rent control will go through, and what it does is it incentivizes it disincentivizes the investors of making lower income property because it's subject to rent control in the first place. And it doesn't pencil with those numbers based on the values that are out here. So, so if someone's paying $2 million for a property, but only pencils at 1.5 based on the cash flow of that metric with the increase in rates right now, it's going to destroy the market. You know, and that's what's happening out here right now. Guaranteed. If they enact rent control, it's going to get worse because of the incentive economically from the people that are trying to develop and make money in doing these things, because they don't have any incentive anymore other than just to go high end. So this is the problem.